What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Third Gen Junkies. You know who it is, Chris. And today we're gonna try to figure out possibly what happened to old Ruby here. So off camera, I pulled the T-top off, let all the heat out of it because it's sitting in the sun. It's blazing outside, and I pulled all the bolts out. I pulled there is a pin here. I pulled it out, pulled the shifter knob off, pulled the plate off, set it over here, shifted it through every single gear all the way down and all the way back up. The cable underneath is all intact, everything is fine, so I put it all back together. I did that off camera. The reason why I'm so adamant of trying to get this thing done, which I should have been doing instead of just giving up on it, and Labor Day weekend I literally laid around and did absolutely nothing. I should have been trying to get this thing up and seeing what the hell is wrong with it, is because today is the, let's see, 8th, September 8th, I believe. Let me see. I don't even know. I think it's the 8th. Yes, today is the 8th. Today is my wedding rehearsal. I get married in 2 days, and then I will be on my honeymoon for a bit. So I'm trying to get some content for you guys. But the problem is I've been working on this thing for almost 3 years, and I had times and dates and estimates of when I wanted this thing done. And I was told by my fiance that she wanted it done so I could drive it to the church, and then from the church to the reception home. It probably would have made it if I hadn't attempted the second burnout. So I know that the shift cable up top on it is fine. I know damn well I locked that nut down hard as hell down there, and I know it was in the proper placement. So I'm pretty sure I toasted the trans. I don't know if I'm gonna jack it up and check it out, but I was told by one of my extremely close friends, you guys all know him well, Mr. Chris Hendren, to go ahead and try some of this Lucas transmission fix. Stops slip, cleans and lubricates sticking valves for proper shifting. Polymeric film renews worn bands and stops slipping. Completely stops most seal leaks. So I bought this. It was pretty expensive. It was like $9 for this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this in, and I'm gonna start the car up and let it warm up, and then probably shift it through all the gears all the way down, all the way back up again, and see if it even attempts to go into drive. I'm hoping and praying it does, because it would really suck after doing all this work and getting this thing to the point of driving that I just burnt the transmission up that quick. If I did, so be it. Worst case scenario, as you can tell, I have all the cars moved around here. Usually old Blue is up there, Black Magic's in the garage, Max is in the garage, Space Ghost is over here, the G6. This is normally how it is, but Black Magic is in the garage. I know Blue is usually up here a little closer to the gate, but Black Magic's going with us. Soon-to-be wife is going to drive it to the church, and then also drive it to the reception, and then from the reception home. And then we got to play musical cars again, because that next morning then we're in the wind. So what I did was I pulled Black Magic out here, noticed that the exhaust tips were hanging extremely low on it, so I cranked them up, just grabbed them, pushed them up, and then got under there and locked the bolts down, because you know they tend to come loose. It's exhausted, you know, they get hot, they come loose and whatever. So I put Black Magic here. I could have put it a little bit closer, but I have enough room. I'm gonna go get Purple Haze. We're gonna wash both the cars, get them cleaned up, cover them, and leave them right here on the side of the house until Saturday for the wedding. But yeah, so I was playing rotating cars, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add this stuff here. Add this and see if this will actually fix it. I'm really hoping that this does fix it, because if it does, that'd be awesome. I would love to drive this car, because that was like the main thing. When I got it running, I know she's not gonna want me to say anything, but when I got the car running and I actually pulled it out from the garage right here, and I pulled it up here, and then I pulled it up, had it sitting right here, in between these two cars. It was sitting here. She came up to me and she was crying, tears of happiness, because I don't know if she didn't think I wasn't going to get it done, or it's just she couldn't, you know, she was happy that I got it done. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and add this stuff and start it up and see if I can get this thing to go into drive. If it goes into all the gears and it starts acting kind of normal, I might actually move Black Magic, move Old Blue out of the way, and pull it out and see. I mean, the stars would have to align perfectly for it to work. I hope and pray that it does. But yeah, I might have to move these cars around and take it up and down the block and see if it shifts normally. If it does and all is good, then I'll take it. If not, then I'll just go get Purple Haze and take Purple Haze. Not a big deal. But I'll be back with you guys in a minute once I get this all done. Well, guys, just like I suspected, bad news. Bad news, bad news, bad news. So I went ahead and I added some of this O'Reilly's fuel injector and carb cleaner and some heat injector cleaner, water remover to the tank. I did it before, but this car's got like 3/4 of a tank of gas, and as it sat, I just kept adding more premium on top of the shitty gas that was in there, more premium on top of the shitty gas. And the gas is pretty yellow. It looks like crap. And you can see down there where the filter is. It's actually a lot clearer than it was, but I had a hell of a time trying to get it running, and I had hit it with some starting fluid. I got it laying down here, and then I got it up and running. I added all the Lucas transmission anti-slip shit. It's running. I figured out why it's idling so high. One of the problems why it's idling so high is I got a vacuum port right here that's wide open. See, now I capped it off, it dropped down. Now if you listen, you'll hear it idle up. So at some point I must have missed capping that one off. That's one reason why we're having such an issue with the idle. But I mean, it does sound good. Don't smell as bad either now that I put that fuel injector cleaner shit in and I got it running. But as I suspected, guys, like I said before, I'm gonna end up trashing this bolster all the way out trying to get in and out of here. But so just for sake, show you where we got here like 14 volts, 3/4 of a tank. That don't work, speedometer don't work, tach don't work. But it looks like we're sitting at about 200 degrees. This one used to work, the volt. I don't know why it stopped, because it's also hooked up, it's branched in. And it looks like we have about 30 pounds of oil pressure. That's what I want to show you. Okay, we're in park. Boom, moves, we're in neutral. It sounds so good too. Reverse, neutral. Idles up. Here's drive. It feels like it's slightly, like lightly tried to go into gear. And my foot's on the brake because I don't want the car to shoot off, right? And now watch this. When doing that in drive, I should have drove straight through my fucking house. So there again, there's drive, there's third gear, nothing, no forward gears. There's second, nothing. First, nothing. And don't mind the e-brake sticking up. These, it's like that because it's not even hooked up to the rear end. I don't fucking use it, I don't care. But yeah, so as of right now, Ruby is dead in the water. So I got neutral, reverse, and park, and that's it. So yeah, so before she gets too hot, go ahead and shut her down. I want to see how easy it starts right back up. Wow, it died like easily. Great. It still needs to be tuned though, but let's see. Starts right up. I see the temp shot up a little bit. It's at like almost 205. So, because we're sitting still, so I'm gonna kill it. And I'll tell you guys once I can get myself out of here, because it's a very tight fit. And I'm 6 foot tall with a size 13 shoe, and there's not a big gap down there to get my foot in. So, okay, so here's the plan. Looks like I'll be going to get purple haze to take to the wedding. And you guys know in my past junkyard video, the last video that I did, sorry, I'm sweating like crazy because I got black on and it's sunny. When I went to the junkyard, I found that 86 that was in the junkyard, and I had pulled the 700 R4 out of it. Well, 700 R4 out of that car, just a lot of dirt, but at least it's covered and keeping the trans good. 700 R4 is right here. Now it shows on here that it was serviced in 1999. Then it also shows like B12-199 and then I12-2 of 99. So I don't know if it was like double checked or what, but I'm not sure how well this thing is. I don't know if it's good, bad, or ugly. So what I had planned on doing, since it does have the torque converter with it, I don't know what the torque converter is. I'm not sure what the one is that's in Ruby right now. I have a buddy who owns a transmission shop, and I have another buddy who has a real close friend that owns a badass transmission shop that builds all of his. I'm gonna reach out to the one guy, my buddy, that buys car parts, third gen parts from me, and see what he could do for me. And I'll probably just give him this transmission, have him go through it, make sure it's 100% all good for a driver, make sure the torque converter is good, and then we will probably, the way I'm thinking is more than likely what I plan on doing is I'll go get my trailer and I'll put Ruby on the trailer. I'll make sure that I already have my other transmission back to be able to just swap it right out before I take it out to Ken's. And I want to see, oh god, poor old Blue. Oh, Blue rusty. Oh shit, look at all that rust. Shit. Oh god. Oh, that's not good. Sorry, ADD, ADHD. But so what I plan on doing is getting that transmission rebuilt, have it ready to go. I will go get my trailer. I will hook the winch up to this bad boy. Since I can't drive it on, I'll put it in neutral. I'll drag it up on the trailer, take old Blue, trailer it out to Ken's house, have him help me, hopefully, pull the transmission out of this thing, pull the trans out of it, swap the new one that's freshly rebuilt in it, and then drive it back on the trailer, bring it home, and then we'll see about what we're going to do after that. Then what I'll do is I will get the transmission that's in this car now rebuilt so it works, because it'll be going into Space Coast. because that was the original plan. Was the one over here on the side of the house was going to be rebuilt with Corvette servos and high power bands and better clutches and discs and a shift kit for Space Ghost. So the plan will just switch up a little bit. We'll just make that one a really nice, good rebuilt daily driver car, or a daily driver transmission to put in this car, because it'll just be like a daily driver. I don't plan on really beating on it too much. Hell, I hadn't planned on beating on it too much that day. I did the one burnout, she was good. And then, like I said, you know, bad influences around me. You know, I did another one in first gear. I should have left it in drive like I did the first one, and yeah, transmission said no good. But yeah, so basically that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get that transmission rebuilt, have it ready to go, trailer Ruby to Ken's house, swap the trances so that it's not sitting on his lift for a week while the trans is getting rebuilt, because he always has something on his lift. Either him or Kenny have something going on. There's always something in that bay on the lift, to the point that it's hard for me to get any of my cars out there, that my daily drivers that I need to do work on, or Big Vesta's truck needs some work, and it's only can be done on a lift. I mean, you could do it on the ground, but it's a pain in the ass. So yeah, so that's where we stand on this. I'm basically just going to put the air cleaner back on it, shut the hood, cover it back up, put the T-top back on it, roll the windows up, and it'll have to wait until I get back from my honeymoon, and then I'll probably call today if it's not too late. Let me see what time it is. So it's 2:20. I might call him today and see, and then call the other shop and see how much it'll run me to get the transmission gone through and checked out and rebuilt to the point that it will work and not have any issues. And then hopefully before the winter hits, I can get the trans swapped out in it. And then once it's swapped out, probably come spring, old Ruby is going to be for sale, because I got too many vehicles and not enough room. I want to get this one done when I get back from my honeymoon. I gotta get the exhaust fixed, put good tires on it, detail all the rest of the inside, maybe throw a clay bar on the outside, I don't know. Find the oil leak that's on the back of the engine, probably valve cover, and I think it needs bearings because it crunches when you turn. So more likely driver's side bearing, and I'll do the passenger side wheel bearing, and that car is going to go bye-bye. I want to sell this car, and I want this one to go to Vesta's house so that we can start on the LS swap on this, the nitrous LS swap, and then that's it. And once this one's done, because I'm kind of on the fence about this car, I have the LS6 intake with direct port nitrous injection ports, where I could put direct port nitrous on it and spray it up to 350 on a stock LS6 intake. But I almost don't want to do that, because that entails me tearing the engine all the way down and gapping the rings, and I kind of don't want to do that if I don't have to. But if I'm going to be swapping the oil pan and doing all this and that, I'll be in there. I'm pulling the heads off because I have to. I have new head gaskets for it. I have head studs that I got to put in it. I'm not going to reuse the same head gaskets if I'm swapping and putting studs in it to make sure that it holds whatever I throw at it. So more than likely, I don't want to do it, but I probably will. I probably will buy new bearings, new cam bearings, or crank bearings, cam bearings. Make sure that it's all line honed, everything's taken care of. Sucks that I don't want to tear it down that far. I'd rather just do a junkyard build where I just tear it down to a certain point, just throw the cam in it, do the trunnion upgrade, do everything that needs to be done, swap it in. And then I'm kind of on the fence because I want to run a Holley Terminator X, but it's like $1,000 even used, $1,500 new. And then I was like, why don't I just throw a carburetor on it? Okay, well, carburetor intake, I found one for, I want to say like 250 bucks. It's brand new. The guy paid like 600. And then I have to buy a carb, but then also the controller box that controls the whole computer system, since it's being carbureted so that everything else works, it's like $600. So in the end, it's basically, it evens out on the price tag. So I don't know which way I want to go with it. I'm leaning toward the Terminator X just because it's easy. It's plug and play, self-learning. There's a lot of room for growth. If I want to throw a turbo on it, or I want to throw nitrous on it, it has nitrous controls, data logging. It's got all that stuff on there. So hell, it's even got 2-step on it. So I'm probably going that way with it, but I don't know. But we'll see what the future holds for Space Ghost. So as of right now, winter's coming up quick, and I got to get my shop space finished up before I can get it over there. That's a whole nother project. I mean, I'm a one-man army here, as I've told you guys. I'm not complaining. I just try to do as much as I can with as little bit of time as I got. And right now is like the sweet time, because my hours are 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. so I can come home, take a shower, take a nap for an hour, get up, and I can work on stuff. But then when I get back from my honeymoon, we rotate. So 2 other guys besides me and my coworker, we will be going back to 6 to 2. Well, that doesn't leave me very much time, because from 2, by the time I get home, it's 2:20. My daughter gets off the bus at 4. I don't have very much time to do anything. I literally get everything ready for the next day, feed the animals, take care of everything I need to, get my clothes laid out, make my lunch, make her lunch so it's already ready. So as soon as she gets home, I swap it into her lunch bag. Everything's ready to rock, you know, good going, bam, 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 everything's done. And then before I know it, okay, time to make dinner. And then I look up and it's 8 o'clock, and it's time to either give her a bath or a shower, and then it's time for me to start laying down, and I have hardly no time except for the weekends. So I want to see if I could possibly rotate back into this 2 to 10 a lot quicker, because I like that 2 to 10. It's awesome. And then I'll be able to get a whole lot of stuff done, even if it's just me by myself. But sorry guys, I'm rambling. I tend to do that a lot. I'm not trying to make this video 20 minutes, but it probably is going to be. But that is the status on Ruby, so we know where that's at. And I mean, it is what it is. Stupidity. I mean, mistakes were made. I was a dumbass. Shouldn't have did the second burnout, and I did anyway. So yeah, the next video, I'm not sure what the content will be. But yeah, we'll probably be making another video here soon. Like I said, if you want stickers, hit me up. I'll send them to you free. If you want 3rd Gen Junkie wristbands, hit me up. They're $5 a piece. That's another thing. I got to get with somebody to get the website up and running. We own the website, 3rdgenjunkies.com. If you go to it, it just says GoDaddy, like it doesn't exist, because it reverts back to that as a default, being that we haven't done anything with it. It doesn't mean that we don't own it. It just means that it hasn't been built. So I got to get with a web designer to build it. I've been in touch with Gina Rose, who does SRC Garage, or well, yeah, SRC Street Race Channel, Old Man's Garage. She does Kenny Powers shirts. She does a lot of the shirts for the racers, the designs and whatnot. I'm gonna be getting in touch with her real soon. And I have another my graphic artist that did our actual logo, to get some shirts made and get them up on the website. Or, you know, I know people have been asking and said that, hey, if you get shirts or hoodies, we'll buy them. So I'm looking into getting that. There again, you got to spend money to make money. When you don't have money to spend, you can't really make money. So it's like, you know, but shit's coming along. It'll be moving. Believe me, it'll be moving real soon. Trying to get it moving as fast as possible. Like I said, I'm only one person, so I'm trying my best, guys. Stick with me. We're getting it done. Content's coming. I mean, hell, I burned up the damn trance on the first drive. I mean, what type of content is that? I mean, that's good content to me. It's good content to me. It's stupid, but it is what it is. I'm a dumbass. So yeah, and if you want promo cars, holiday season's coming up, look at my old videos, and I might actually drop it in the link in the description, of the quantity, colors, years of the promo cards that I have left for sale. They make a great Christmas gift, birthday present, to another gearhead. Yeah, like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. We'll see you next time, guys.